Biden signs $1.2 trillion spending package for government funding until October. You know what that means? More liquidity, more debt. I think markets are going to be particularly positive and buoyant after this, and I think we see the stock market begin to move a bit higher, and crypto going to get a bit of a bounce, because I think all markets are looking for right now, they're eyeing the Fed, they're eyeing the government, looking at the Treasury as well, and just thinking, when are you going to cut rates? When are you going to pump this system full of liquidity, which is addicted to like heroin? And I think we're starting to see those floodgates open. So I think this is really bullish for crypto. Okay, we're starting to see some longer term holders and even shorter term holders begin to sell into this market. They're getting a little bit gun shy. It's probably also a bit of the ETFs, the new arrivals as well, maybe taking a bit of heat off the table, people that bought a little while ago. That's nothing to be worried about. This is absolutely the common sort of sights that we see during the start of the bull market thrust into that expansion phase, because there's always people looking to take some profit off the table. It's also why when we get higher, it's not just going to keep going up. Higher prices will unlock supply. It will come to the market. But you can see here, shrimps, according to Checkmate, are starting to sell onto the market. So they're real short-term holders, smaller holders rather than short-term holders, I should say. And I just think the market is just due for a bit more chop here. Even though things look a bit bright this morning, we're still stuck in this range between that 68,000 and around about that 60,000 beneath capping. So my squiggle there, I think, might be pretty on point in terms of that sort of just sideways chop and grind. There's a lot of things still to happen, although macro is starting to look incredibly bullish in the short to midterm. So running into the back end of the year with the US elections, I think it's really, really positive. But just expect for a bit of a fake out to the upside as well, and then come back down to grind towards 60,000 again, maybe even drop to 50, 55 region. Do not be surprised before we have that breakout after the halving. But overall, really, really bullish. Let's just tick on over to what Checkmate says here as well. In terms of performance, we are right on track. We're just in that beautiful purple patch before we see that massive expansion according to history. And I'll just have a look in here, price performance since cycle all-time high. Where are we? We're in that blue zone, just looking about to take off. So you know, this is a bit of an outlier. That was that first cycle there, but this here looking right on track into the halving. So love it, guys. Keep on your radar. Still think Ethereum is the the lowest risk, highest conviction play you can have in the crypto market, after Bitcoin, just looking at this cycle broadly, because of the fact that it has that ETF narrative starting to gain traction. But we are seeing that the Bloomberg boys, James Seyfarth and Eric Gulchanis, are both saying there's about a 30% chance that it's going to get over the line. So I don't think it's going to happen in May. We're likely going to see a delay. That's consistent with their communication as well. Also, the SEC is kicking and screaming. Gary Gensler does not want to approve another crypto ETF, and I think his minders in Elizabeth Warren and others are giving him all kinds of grief. Remember, the Bitcoin ETF passed by only one vote, and Gensler was the deciding vote. Ethereum ETF, it's another kettle of fish, and you can see here they're facing an inquiry from a government authority there, but there's rumors that it is SEC. I mean, who else would it be? They're going to try and pull apart the Ethereum Foundation and just see what's ticking, what the nuts and bolts are. I don't think that's a bad thing either. They'll probably, if they take this to court, they'll probably lose, just like every other case they've done. But I just think this sets us on a mental framework now that we have to just anticipate that the Ethereum ETF is going to face a lot of headwinds. It's going to be pushed back a little bit. But when it does get approved, oh by golly gosh, is the crypto market going to fly.